Nothing ever ends now, does it? I've been a little overwhelmed lately in life, and I know this is something that is stupid to complain about, and my life could always be way worse, but I'm just gonna complain anyways because that's kind of what this channel is about in some kind of journaling kind of way. I don't know what has been up with this month and last month, but I've kind of just been more moody than usual, and it hasn't really been getting better, and so I decided to kind of talk about it. Like yesterday, I went to Waterworld with some friends for my birthday that is actually coming up tomorrow. So I'm actually here in the States, and today is the 4th of July, which is our Independence Day, and my birthday is the day right after it. So I'll be 27 this year, and personally, I actually didn't tell people my birthday for the longest time, and people kind of thought it was weird, which I don't blame them because people love their birthdays, especially women. A lot of women love to have like birthday weeks and shit like that, which I think is hilarious and a little what's the word? Kind of a brat in a way, but I feel like men don't really care too much about their birthdays as far as I know, but there are probably a few that really like to take it far. But I am one of those people that I never really cared about my birthday that much. I don't know. I've always felt weird about it, especially as I've been getting older. Generally, for my birthday, I just want to do something simple, either to just get some food with some friends or maybe with the family, or I just kind of sit at home in my peace and solitude because I feel like I can't always get that all the time now. So yeah, I've just never really cared for my birthday that much. And since my birthday is near a holiday here in the States, I just get overwhelmed. The reason I get overwhelmed is because every year there are so many invitations to do things for the holiday between different friend groups and then my family on top of that. Then you have to add the whole birthday shenanigans. And a lot of my friends kind of know I don't really do things for my birthday. They know my birthday now, but I had to I think I told them like a few years later after knowing them because I was kind of messing with them as well, telling them that my birthday was like in August or February or something like that, just to mess with people. But um, I don't know. I was just overwhelmed because I feel like I have to hang out with everyone, or I'm pressured to in some kind of way. And I know this is something that's kind of dumb to complain about, and I feel like since I'm like pressured to hang out with everyone, and I feel like if I don't hang out with them, I kind of feel like I like let them down or something, which is weird because in the past when I was younger and in college and like in high school, I was the person to say like no to everything, and I had a lot of boundaries between people, and I don't know what it is now, but I just feel like things are different and I've become more of like a people pleaser, you could say. Maybe not a people pleaser, but I've been saying yes to a lot of more things, and it has been more interesting. My life has been more interesting because I'm like meeting new people and hanging out with my friends a lot more and all that kind of stuff. However, it's been kind of a little exhausting for me lately, and I think that's kind of why I've been getting overwhelmed, is because I've just been, I don't know, pulled in so many different directions. And I'm not someone who used to say yes to almost everything. And I don't know, it's something I might have to get used to. I don't really know. Like I told you guys, this was something dumb to complain about. Like my homegirl on Friday when I went to Waterworld was like, "Oh, you have friends, family, and a girlfriend that cares about you. Boo hoo." And I was like, which she's right. And however, I don't think she really gets it though, because I don't know. I think if you have a lot of friends and stuff, it's very hard to see people, especially as you get an adult and you become like, more mature and stuff. You have to schedule things out like 2 weeks in advance now, which is kind of annoying because, back in high school and like college and stuff, you would just hit up people like, hey, you want to hang out? And it was a lot easier back then. But I think as you've been getting older, you have to like schedule things out like so far in advance because you don't know what people's schedules are like, and hopefully you can land on the same date and stuff. So in some to some extent I do think she is right because it is true. They do care about me a lot and I do like my friends a lot. um, it just kind of gets overwhelming for me because on top of all of this I'm still unemployed, and but I don't know, hopefully for not much longer because I had a few interviews this week. Anyways, money has been a little tight for me, and I don't really like spending money all the time. And money in general always kind of hovers over my head in some kind of way, even when I do have like my emergency fund and stuff like that. but it's always been like a stressor for me, especially as I've been getting older, and I've been getting better at like spending my money, like actually putting money into my businesses and having those grow slowly, which is nice. But I don't know. I've always been kind of strict with money, and it's not like I grew up poor or anything because I know that's kind of a situation in itself. But I don't know. And then on top of that, I want to work on like my creative businesses, which requires a lot of time and effort and content creation and connections and stuff like that, which I have been, but I've been kind of in a creative rut as of recently, and I don't know why. And I think maybe that's why I've been a little bit moody, is because I haven't been creating as much, and creativity is like a big outlet for me. And if I don't do it, I feel like I start to go insane. So maybe I'll just have to make something today or make some music or something like that. Um, but I don't know. I guess you could say I'm just like sick of finding a balance between everything, and it just gets really annoying. And being alone is like, it's much more peaceful, and my solitude is great. And today is like one day that I'm like not doing anything today, even though I've been invited to go see Zed's Dead, but I don't really think I really want. I don't want to because I've just been overwhelmed and I need to have some time to myself and stuff like that. um, I don't know. It's hard to deal with friends when you're just being pulled in so many directions and you're like stuck in your head about finding a balance between your creative life, and friends, family, and stuff like that. Even though I would much rather focus on like my creative businesses because that's what I get the most out of my life. Like that's what I find most joy in. It's kind of weird. Like I do love my friends, but I do love making things more. So it's very it's kind of, I don't know, it's been an issue for me ever since I've been doing this stuff, but I don't know. And then I tell myself that work will always be there and that you have to go live your life and do this other stuff, like be there for your friends, family, and like, live your other parts of life that isn't just business and money and stuff like that. And I don't know, it might just be capitalism like driven in my head, thinking like, oh, you have to work all the time and like be great and become the best and all this other stuff. But in reality, it's probably not that deep. But I don't know. Like I said, it's something kind of dumb to complain about because I know there are people out there who have trouble making friends, or they have trouble getting into a relationship, or they have trouble with their family, like et cetera, et cetera. Most people have their own battles in their life, and I'll never deny that. And perhaps I just need to be more thankful in the future because I don't know. I know this is dumb, and it's definitely like my fault just saying yes to everyone and agreeing to plans that I might not even want to. But I think my main problem is that people make plans like a few weeks before, and like I'll agree to the plan then, and then when the day comes, I'm like in a different mood where I don't want to be around anyone, and I just don't want to do the plan anymore. However, I feel like I'm obligated to because I told them yes in the past, or like a few weeks ago, or however long ago it was, and it's kind of like it's a conflict between my brain. So I don't really know what to do with that. Like, how do I communicate that I don't want to do it anymore? Um, or maybe I just suck it up and go do it anyways. I don't know. It's just weird. I like, I don't know. I'm someone who does things more in the spur of the moment for the most part. Because when I do have a job, my life is like really structured. So I know what I'm doing every day. Like I know what my week looks like, and a little break from structure is nice, and a little spontaneity is nice. So I think that's just kind of how I do things, is a little bit on a whim, and I don't feel the need to plan something like a month in advance because I don't know how I'm going to feel that day, and like I might just change my mind about it and not want to do it. And I don't know why. I feel like that bothers people a lot because I have some friends that are big planners, but I don't know. This is just something I wanted to talk about today. I know it's the fourth, so I don't know how many people are actually going to be watching this when I upload this, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm just being dramatic, or let me know what you're tired of being tired of. And again, guys, all of my stuff is in the description if you're interested in seeing any of my creative stuff. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.